First John 1:9. If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just and will forgive us our sins and purify us from all unrighteousness. Good day, everybody. I'm off to get some food. Looks like Grandma might have scraped her post here. Let Grandma use my car earlier today, and she said that I need steering fluid in my car, which is true, but I need to buy steering fluid before I can get steering fluid in my car. Yeah. Need it pretty badly, it sounds like. Alright, catch you guys a little bit later with whatever it is I do, either before or after Think Orange, I'm not sure. We'll find out. Bye. Hey guys. So I went back home for a little while after Think Orange. I'll explain all that later. Going over to the house to watch Survivor. And then probably Arrow after that. I'm not sure here or next door. But that's the plan. So let's do it. Oh, it's so bright in here. That light burned out today. And my grandma said it's the first time it's ever happened. So we changed it, and now it's a super bright light. Because it's fresh and new. First things first, Think Orange went well. I haven't talked about that yet. We did the large group time. I was asked to be part of the skit again. The assistant position is basically saying that the other guy who's doing the large group time normally is the leader and I'm the assistant. So I played a part in a skit where I was talking about cleaning a rake. And it was interesting, and then I had to play the part of kind of miming Saul and his conversion. So that was fun to do, I guess. A little nerve-wracking. I tried something different this week because last time he wasn't able to come, and I just had the big piece of paper script. So I took pictures of it, snapshots of it, and put it on my phone. And of the script and everything, and I was swiping through it and doing these other things while I was still doing it, but it was a lot harder because I had to look at this little screen in my hand, even though it was about the same size as it would be on the paper, maybe a little smaller. It was easier to find. I thought it would be easier to find, but it actually wasn't. So I don't know if there's a way to get that script online. There might be, because there's a website that has some of the curriculum on there, so I need to look on there, see if I can find it. I've got the whole thing for next month right behind me on the shelf there in that orange folder, if you can see it right there where my thumb's pointing. So I need to make sure I take a look at that, try to look at all the large group stuff in advance and see if I can find it, maybe find it online, so that I can re-edit the sizing and put it on cards, or something. I don't know, just to make it work and run a little more smoothly. So I got two applications at the credit union in, because I'm checking that every day for more openings, and I'm just going to keep applying to that because that's still a job I really want as of right now. That hasn't changed. I did hear back the volunteer position has opened up at the library, so I need to turn in the paperwork for that, and it sounds like I would be working for free basically on Saturdays. If that's a method to get me in the door there, then great. There are a few leads I have for jobs that I do want to apply to. I just didn't do it today. So tomorrow, my dad said he would really like it if I had put in at least 5 applications a week. I've already put in 6. I immediately heard back from one with a emphatic no, and a few of the credit union openings have closed up this week also, and I've gotten emails about that. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop though. So the other avenues are, I got totally sidetracked. I'll get back to Orange in a second. There's some store in the Florida Mall. They call it a theme park, but it's Crayola owned. There's another one of these somewhere else in the country. I forget where. Illinois, maybe. And so they're having a job fair for that on Saturday at the Florida Mall. May or may not do that. I don't know. We'll see what I think about it. They said to make sure I apply online though if I'm going to do that. So I need to do that. And I saw someone shared on Facebook that the Orlando Science Center, which is something I've always thought about but never really jumped on board with, but it would be something that could fit my skills pretty well, I think. There's a ton of openings, preschool teacher, preschool assistant, early childhood educator. I'm not sure why they're differentiating between the two, besides going to keep it at school level. So kindergarten through 3rd grade is pre-K through 3rd grade is early childhood education, is what it encompasses, at least at school when I went to school. That's what it was. So, yeah, it was 3rd grade. Yeah, 3rd grade, definitely. Elementary education was 1st grade through 5th or 6th grade, the end of elementary school. So there's some overlap there between the two areas, the two segments of education there. Other things, simple movie operator, birthday party host and assistants. There's a ton of them that were listed that were definitely things I am interested in maybe doing, or would fit what it is I'm looking for that I haven't really been able to find a tangible thing. So tomorrow I'm likely to, I don't have to fill an application. That they say to send a resume to this specific spot. And since my updated resume, for some reason it's disappeared off my computer, and I don't have access to Word, I'm going to have to go next door to my dad's computer, pull up the resume on there, and again re-update it from what I updated it before, because for some reason I can't find it on my computer now. So I'll do that, and I'll send it in, and I'll apply to almost everything on that list if I can, because that'd be cool. And it's not too far. It's straight down 1792, the road right up here. So yeah, that'd be something I might like to do. Alright, so those are a couple things. I'd pulled up Taco Bell and was thinking seriously about applying there, even though I've been thinking seriously about it and telling myself no over and over and over again. So now that I've got a few leads, I'm going to put that on the back burner again, like it's always been. So yeah, back to Orange. After the large group, we did small group. We did craft, which worked well, quick and easy. Small group, we talked a little bit more about the story, which was Saul's conversion and Barnabas's kindness, and the church's kindness, and listening to Barnabas, and also accepting Saul, basically is the premise. Played some games outside, which was, again, kind of an off-the-cuff. I tried to make it fit in with the kindness theme, but really I was just spinning my wheels and doing whatever I thought made some sense. If I was ever to be back at the Awana, I would try to make sure I only used the official, accurate Awana games. But because we're not, I'm just trying some things out. Came home, waited for a little while before I went over, and we watched Survivor and Arrow. Alright, so Survivor, another good episode, as per the usual. I really like that the idol isn't coming into play at all, and there are no returning players, and there's no Exile Island. or Redemption Island. The only thing that made it a little bit weirder than the only thing that made it not pure game was the classes and the 3 tribes that they had, but they combined it down to 2 tribes last episode. So for the rest of that episode and for this episode, it was very much felt like a pure game. With the exception being that there are still some people that with alliances on the other tribe that they're trying to hold on to if they can and things like that. I don't want to give anything away, but I'm glad that what happened because I did not want to see this person go too far because of a very transparent and not clever way of playing the game, basically. So that person has been eliminated. I almost used a gender specific pronoun there. I didn't. I caught myself. Switch over to Arrow. Everyone thinks Arrow is the bad guy now because someone's killing people, making it look like he's doing it, basically. And so there's some strife and some conflicts between things. As a side mission that his friend Diggle goes off with his wife, and members of the Suicide Squad on a little mission for that situation, which created a scenario that they did not like, and they realized that they shouldn't have both gone off together to do this because they have a daughter that they don't want to orphan. And we see a backstory, a flashback into the history of Deadshot. So I thought that was interesting, humanizing him a little bit, which kind of was needed to explain something that happened later in the story. And I guess putting that in there a little bit gives fans a better idea of Deadshot's motivation and things, because when Suicide Squad, the movie, comes out in a couple of years, or I'm not sure exactly when it's coming out, Deadshot is going to be in it, and so we can hopefully get a feel for Deadshot's motivation and things. I think I've covered everything. I've been talking for 11 minutes already, so I'm going to end it here. For Donnie, Abe, George, and me, good night, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.